What's up, everybody? It's Troy here. Welcome back to another cast of the Rise of the Witch King, patch 2.2, version 6. Today we have a 1v1 on the map Fords of Limlight, which is a reskin of Fords of Eisen 2. It was from patch 1.09 of Beat Me 2. And it looks like it's been borrowed and played on 2.2 as well, so there you go. Oddly enough, the first cast I'll be doing on this map will be on 2.2 instead of 1.09, but I'm still waiting on the 1.9 updates and the HD edition update, so that's why I pretty much. But anyway, we have our first player. Jaberwauke is Goblins in the top left, and in the bottom right, we have the Men of the West player Blademaster, which is also known as Don Pepita, which of course we all know is one of my favorite people of all time. And normally I wouldn't cast a game with him in it, but I wanted to see the map, to be honest. I casted the game for the map. I thought the map would be cool to show off a little bit, because I really love this Fords of Eisen reskin. It's very well done. So props to Val and whoever else made this map. This reskin of it. It's got nice ambient sounds. It's got cool waterfalls and features. It's just, if you're gonna do a reskin, do it good. And this is definitely much more appealing to the eye than Fords of Eisen 2, in my opinion. Anyway, Jaberwauke is going for a Goblin Cave with some Goblin Warriors to start. Getting a second Goblin Cave there. And of course he's going for his tunnels, as you do. And it looks like Pepita is going for Gondor Cav, Gondor Knights. So we'll see if his Cav start works against the hordes of goblins he's about to encounter. It very well might, very well may not. Only time will tell. Does Jaberwauke have a forward tunnel or anything like that? I don't think he does. I think this is the most forward tunnel he has, perhaps. And it looks like he's going over here to perhaps build one. While Pepita is building over here as well. And his first battalion of Gondor Knights is on the field. So we'll see how Jaberwauke reacts to that. He's of course getting more Goblin Warriors as he do. Although if he gets one battalion of Spiderlings, it's going to be increasingly more difficult as well. Just use the Cav to full effect. I would imagine Pepita will probably transfer into hero spam, with a little bit of a hero spam at some point soon. But until then, he's going to keep pumping out the Gondor Knights, and we'll see how that goes for him. Doesn't look like the Gondor Knights here have done particularly too well, as they're being chased by a horde of goblins. And Jaberwauke's also using the cave bats there to try and keep their armor and damage down. Although Pepita got a nice run through on those goblins at least. Not losing too many. Looks like he's cycle charging his Cav. Slowly but surely he's whittling down the goblins, but he is whittling down his army himself. These guys are very cheap. Those guys are not. I think it's definitely, I was going to say, it's definitely time to transfer into some other units other than Cav. He's also going to need a well, I think, if he's going to keep these things alive. And now he has 3 battalions of Gondor Knights. Jaberwauke is throwing on a Spider Pit, get some Lings out. Definitely the right choice. Lings are very good for countering Cav, or at least helping with it. They're very quick, and they do good damage to them. But I'm pretty sure they can't 1v1 a Gondor Knight in straight up frontal melee, though, so they're not particularly used for that. But they are used to help deal with things, because they can't be trampled, which is also huge. And you see that they are actually doing good damage, especially combined with a giant horde of goblins. It can make things incredibly difficult. Looks like Pepita sending some Rohan Spearmen over here, probably to creep this Warglare, I'd imagine. Which is a good call. And meanwhile, Jabber is bringing out some Goblin Warriors to start harassing the northern side. And he's definitely starting to shut down the Cav. Cav starts off good, but wanes very quickly against Goblins if they're not they don't do enough damage. And as you see there, I don't think more Cav is going to solve the problem. But maybe it will, who knows. Because the more lings Jabber gets out with his Goblin Warrior hordes, harder things are going to be. Also, you can go for Half-Tone Marauders as well, which would definitely help do the damage to them. Although they can't be trampled, so they don't do the revenge damage that they get when they get trampled by pikes or horses. But that's alright. If Pepita uses his cav correctly, he could do pretty good damage to the invading armies, but it seems like he's getting them stuck a bit, which is not what you want to do, really. You kind of want to try and go through the outside of them and kind of whittle them down a bit and make passes as you go. That's usually the best way to deal with goblins, because if you go through the middle, you're going to get stuck and slowed down substantially. That's going to cost you a lot of damage. He's throwing down a well, though, which is definitely what he needs. I think he should probably upgrade to Rohirrim if he's going to keep spamming Cav. Gunner Knights might be time to retire. I mean, they do well enough, I suppose. You could stick on Gunner Knights, but Rohirrim, not that much more expensive and also better. And he'll have Eomer as well to help with that. So we'll see how that goes for him, I suppose. Meanwhile, it looks like he sent some Rohan Spearmen up here to try and do some damage, but of course there's a lot of Goblin Warriors from Jabber over here. He's not going to get too far, and hey! Look at that, it's Golem. And no one gives a shit. Fair enough. It's not like it would particularly help him unless he plans on going for a ring hero, which probably doesn't. It's an outrageous expectation, I think. You need 9 grand, not 10 grand for goblins. They don't get any banners or anything like that. Well, he has potential for a nice run through here. Let's see if Eomer can do the damage. Could have been worse. But he will definitely have to heal these up a bit, especially these ones. It is definitely time to go for Rohirrim now. Also, maybe a few more basic troops could be in order. Get some archers in there. I mean, an all-cav strategy against goblins just doesn't seem particularly good to me. I don't know. I'm not good at the game, but goblins seem to have a lot of things that help deal with cavalry quite nicely. From Marauders being one of them. Look how much damage Eomer took there. He's trying to get out of there. Now he's going to throw down archer range. But it's looking like he's actually going to have to pull out. Jaberwauke didn't bring enough troops. Which is wise. Now we have soldiers of Gondor from Don Pepita, and he'll begin getting archers soon, I'd imagine. So look at command points and such while we're at it. He's also creeping, so he's at least getting the money from that. Let's see. Blademaster has Rally Gall, 8 power points, 345 400. Jaberwauke is now bringing a bigger force through the center forward here. Has K-Bats, 9 power points, 10 power points now. 476 of 625, so you can get a 10-point power if he wants. And I can't remember what's below K-Bats, as always. So I guess we'll see what he gets. He's gone for another 5, it seems. Yes, that's a good one to get. Because if you get that 50% damage armor, that will allow him to do quite a bit of damage here. And he's got Lings on the Builder. Ooh, he barely got that wall hub up. Things are looking increasingly bad for Don Pepita, I must admit. Especially with the stained land around his fort. All these half-tone marauders as well. I think this might be GG, to be honest. Might be a bit of a quick game. But yeah, I don't particularly think the Cav starts is super effective against goblins. It has potential, but not today. And the fort will probably fall pretty quickly as well to this amount of half-tone marauders with buffs. Whichever hits X, managing to get his guys mostly split up. He did lose a majority of his marauders though. Although he does have a lot more guys on the way. So he's definitely in the lead, I would say. He's also, looks like Don Pepe's got blowing oil, which will help with the surrounds on his fort, but he won't kill half-term runners with the buff, I believe. So any half-term runners standing on the chain lane probably won't die, but the Goblin Warrior something would. And now Jaberwauke has pretty much control of this game to the point where it's probably over very shortly. But we'll watch it. We'll watch it regardless. I don't normally do short casts, but oh well. If I do, I normally upload them with another short cast, but probably won't do it this time. Just because I have to do a second cast. We'll see, I guess. Amer's up to level 3, though. Also, this game is not over yet. Don Pepita could come back. It's unlikely, but he could. I think his reliance on Cav is going to be his downfall here. He's not even trying to get back into the... I mean, he's trying slowly to get back to normal troops, which is really what he needs. Looks like he's trying to lure Jaberwauke into the boiling oil. Let's see if it works. Oh. And it managed to kill no one. That's unfortunate. There's a lot less hero spam than I would like from Don Pepita. I think if he could get like 4 more heroes, he'd probably be in good shape. He just has to find the economy for it, of course. At least the Cav is good for keeping small battalions at bay. Big hordes like this, though? Not so much. And half-term marauders quite scary. But yeah, he really doesn't have much left, does he? It's a 350 command point limit, which is not a whole lot. Although we have 825 for Jaberwauke, which is quite a bit. But yeah, I think we all know where this is going. Do a little bit of this. There we go. Speed along just a slight bit. Ooh. Now we can test my theory. It kills the majority of them. They were probably all wounded, so they all burned to death. Left that one on low health. Well, spear throw was disappointing. That was like an Eowyn spear throw. Didn't even AoE much. Because Eowyn doesn't AoE at all, but that's what I mean. Oh, and that single Goblin Warrior, he was a hero among his people. Now he's a 0 among his people. How this game is not over, I'm not sure. I think it's because of the boiling oil, quite frankly. Make it increasingly difficult. Definitely good counter to a Men of the West counter, or Cav start. If you're looking for any ideas how to counter that. Goblin Warriors, Spiderlings, and then throw in some half trolls at the end. You're solid. But I think if Don Pepita would have started going into maybe some more basic troops earlier, instead of relying so heavily on the Cav and get too much of it, he probably would have did better. And maybe a different hero than Amer as a starter, like Boromir. I mean, Amer is obviously a lot cheaper. Also, he's very effective still, starting hero. He gives you money for kills when he levels up. He's a good hero. But Boromir can freeze armies, so he's quite useful. Surely Jaberwauke knows that was going to happen. Maybe he forgot. Don't know, but there's a lot of toasted goblins. And now he's sending it in giants. That will seal the deal if he can keep it alive. Although I don't... I know he's got Summon Worm as well. sounds about right. He just needs more stuff to keep his giant alive. Airmore Spear Throw does not do much to mountain giants, I'm afraid. That's one of the situations where you do wish you had Aowen. She's much more destructive against single targets. Because basically Aomer's the AoE Spear Throw guy. She's the single target Spear Throw guy. Which is why Aowen's much better against heroes and such. Yeah, this game is I think this game is donezo. Jaberwauke took control very early on. And pretty much dominated the entire game. So, there you go. I should have expected nothing less. Alright. Well, that was a bit of a one-sided game, I'll admit. But I wanted to see if a match on Hordes of Limlight. So, there you go. Not the best game in the world, but it'll do, I guess. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that cast somewhat, and I'll see you guys in the next cast of the Rise of the Witch King, patch 2.2. See you next time.